Hello my dear friends and welcome to StudyIQ. I am Joy, and today in this lecture we will discuss about India's new ranking in the ease of doing business. This is an important current affair for any examination, and in this lecture we will analyze the new ranking based on various dimensions. So let us first analyze what is the current affair. The ease of doing business is published by the World Bank. And this ranking is based on ease of doing business in economies. So ranking is from 1 to 190. That means there are 190 economies that are evaluated by the World Bank in order to see the ease of doing business. So if the rank of a country is high in the ease of doing business, it means that the regulatory environment is more conducive in order to start and operate a new business or a local firm. So if the regulatory environment is more conducive, the country will get better ranking. So this is based on 10 parameters. And under the new ease of doing business index published by the World Bank, the benchmark is up to May 2018. And India has got a new rank, that is the rank of 77, and earlier rank was 100. So India has made a significant improvement in the ease of doing business. India's new ranking is 77 and it has improved from a rank of 100 previously. And the best ranked country is New Zealand. That means New Zealand has first rank, followed by Singapore. Singapore is followed by Denmark. Denmark followed by Hong Kong, followed by South Korea, followed by Georgia, followed by Norway, US and the UK. So these are the top ranked countries in the new ease of doing business index that is published by the World Bank. Now the rank of India is 77, and we have seen that it is based on 10 parameters that this ranking is done. And if we look at India's performance, we will see that India's score on 10 parameters except paying taxes improved. That means for all the 9 parameters, the ranking is improved. So there are 10 parameters and these 10 parameters are ranked separately and average is taken to prepare the final list. So out of the 10, 9 parameters India has improved and one we haven't improved, that is on paying taxes. And in 2 parameters out of the 10 parameters, there was a significant huge improvement for India, and they were dealing with construction permits 1 and 2, trading across borders. So if we consider these 2 parameters separately, the first one, that is dealing with construction permits, the rank improved from 181 to 52. Earlier, it was among the lowest countries with regard to construction permits. Now the rank has improved to 52 out of 190 countries. And trading across borders, the earlier rank was 146. It was very low rank. Now it improved to 80. So in these 2 parameters, India has made a big push. And that is why the ranking also increased to 77. Now let us see what factors helped this triggering in the rank. First one, enforcement of the single window clearance system in Delhi. Secondly, online building permit approval in Mumbai. So these 2 factors helped in triggering the factor or parameter dealing with construction permits. Rank improved from 181 to 52. So that is the first case. And second one, trading across borders. The ranking has improved significantly, and the reason is introduction of electrically sealed containers. That is, the exporters seal their containers electronically at their own facilities, limiting physical inspections to 5% of shipments. So physical inspections came down and the exporters were allowed to seal their containers electronically. So this helped in trade facilitation, and that is why trading across borders parameter ranking also improved from 146 to 80. And these 2 parameters, trading across borders and dealing with construction permits, this improvement has led to such a significant improvement in the overall ranking in ease of doing business for India. Now let us consider the reforms undertaken by India which helped in improving the ease of doing business ranking. The first one is the rolling out of GST. The GST or the goods and services taxes replaced all the indirect taxes with a single indirect tax, and this helped paying taxes easier. And under the GST, the registration process is also faster because it has replaced the VAT or value added tax. So GST was a remarkable reform in the Indian economy. Also, along with the GST, the corporate tax rates were reduced. This also attracted investments and enabled an ease of doing business environment in the country. Now, second reform was the IBC or Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. So, under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, there is a well-designed insolvency framework available, and the establishment of Debt Recovery Tribunals, the DRT, reduced the NPAs, non-performing assets, by 28%. So, when the NPAs come down, the credit availability increases. And because of faster processing of debt recovery cases, the cost of credit comes down. And because as a result of this reduction in the cost of credit, the interest rates also come down. So this will also provide an enabling investment environment in the economy. Another reform was the integration of multiple application forms into a general incorporation form. So business is made easy by integrating multiple application forms. Otherwise it was very difficult. Many application forms needs to be filled. Many clearance processes are involved. So now there is only a general incorporation form for the new firms, and which makes starting a business very easy. So these were the major reforms undertaken by the economy which enhanced the ease of doing business ranking. Now let us analyze what are the benefits of this better ranking for India. This will increase the FDI investments to India. That means the foreign direct investments will increase because there is now ease of doing business. Now India has a conducive environment or more conducive environment in order to start new business. So this will increase the investments coming into the country. This can be in the form of foreign direct investments. If we analyze the significance of this ranking, we will see that the investors can make cross-border investment decisions. So this ease of doing business ranking evaluates 190 countries. So for an investor, the investor can consider cross-border investment decisions. He can decide where to invest, which country has the better ranking, which country has a more conducive environment in order to make more investments. So this helps the investors to make a cross-border investment decision, and this ranking helps as a input to the decision making process. And now because India has got a better ranking, this will help India to get more foreign investments in the form of FDI investments, and this will bring in more foreign capital into the country. So on one hand, this increased foreign capital will create an enabling environment in the form of infrastructure creation, and secondly, more capital into the country means more demand for rupee. This will lead to appreciation of rupee. Now if we consider those parameters which India needs improvement, there are 10 parameters, and we have seen in 2 parameters India has made a very significant improvement, and on one parameter India needs improvement, that is payment of taxes. Now we will see which all parameters India needs a improvement. We will see that there are 5 parameters for which the ranking is below 100, and these needs improvement. One is starting a business, the rank is 137. Second is enforcing contracts, 163. Third one is with regard to registering property, 166. Fourth one is paying taxes, 121. And fifth is resolving insolvency. Even though IBC or the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code has been put in, a lot more improvement is required in resolving insolvency. So these are the areas or parameters where the country needs a further improvement, which will again improve the rank of India in ease of doing business, which will attract more investments into the economy. Now what has to be done? We have already amended the Commercial Codes Act. So I have made a video on amendment of Commercial Codes Act. You can find it on StudyIQ channel or on my Facebook page. So the details of this you will get in that video. So by amending the Commercial Codes Act, the government facilitated the establishment of commercial courts in 250 districts. So already the commercial courts are established. Now what has to be done? These commercial courts needs to dispose the cases faster. So faster disposal of cases by the commercial courts will enhance the ease of doing business in India. So India may get a better rank next year if this commercial courts help in disposing the cases better. And to improve on other parameters, ownership and titles needs to be online. So we have seen registering property or enforcing contracts has lesser ranking. So ownership and titles can be made online, and this comes under the local government, that is under the third tier of the government, panchayats and municipalities. So they have to take steps in order to improve on this. All the countries are trying to improve their ranking, so India also needs to make a drastic change in the policy and regulation in the country in order to get a better rank next time. Now let us also see some problems with the ease of doing business. We will observe that there is an inadequate exercise before the rank is published. For example, in case of India, the findings are limited to conditions in Delhi and Mumbai. So overall country is not taken into consideration, and this is one limitation of the ranking. Secondly, the foreign direct investment has steadily improved in India, but the impact of this global capital is limited. So what is it? When the foreign direct investment improves, the impact also should be very evident. That means there should be an improvement in the infrastructure front, on capital availability, on increase in the demand of rupee, etc. But the impact is limited. It is not necessarily increasing the GDP or the gross fixed capital formation or expand manufacturing. So these factors not taken into consideration under the ranking. So this ranking has certain limitations, but even though there are some limitations, this ranking no doubt will help India to enhance its investment options, especially from abroad. You can find the PDF of this lecture on my Facebook page. Thank you, and I wish you all a very good day.